Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. And you'll see that I have Possum with me again because this is Possum's Picks. Possum, as you know, is a purebred Louisiana Catahoula. And she's actually got a better record of picking winners than I do. So, I thought today we would talk about an upcoming fight this weekend between Jack Catterall from the UK and Arnold Barboza from the United States of America. And apparently they're going to be fighting for the WBO Interim Super Lightweight Championship. I have to say that the plethora of belts and titles now actually confuses me. Of course, I grew up at a time when there was one champion per division and there were far fewer divisions. But regardless, it means that it's a 12-round fight. Let's have a little look at the tail of the tape and the betting odds. And then I have to say there's a little bit of a disagreement between Possum and myself, but since her picks are invariably better than mine, we'll go with her pick. Okay, Jack Catterall. He's a Lancashire lad from the United Kingdom. He's 31 years of age. He's a southpaw. He's rated number 4 in the world. He's 5'7" tall. He's got a 69-inch reach, and he's got a very good record: 30 wins, 1 loss, and no draw. And the loss is highly questionable. He lost a split decision fight to Josh Taylor for the Super Lightweight World Championship, which I think most of us would agree, well, I don't like to use the word robbery, but it was a very, very questionable decision. He then goes on and he sort of rebuilds himself a little bit. He beats Foley by unanimous decision, Linares unanimous decision. He gets the Taylor rematch unanimous decision, and then most recently he's beaten Regis Prograis, again unanimous decision. We could argue, and I think there's some merit to this argument, that Catteral, he allowed the loss against Josh Taylor to not exactly derail his career, but I think it took him time to get over it, and he wanted the rematch so badly that it may have not been the right move for him to wait for that rematch. Hard to say. I mean, only he knows how much he wanted it, and obviously he was able to win that rematch and put that demon to rest, as it were. He's awkward. He sort of stands side on, and well, he's a southpaw, right? What can you say? He's got good footwork. He's, I would say, a conservative type fighter, cautious, and he's a good counterpuncher. But he's not a super aggressive type fighter. He fights sort of off the back foot. He's certainly a fellow who is a very, very capable fighter, but to my eye, he's not a super exciting fighter to watch. But that's just my own observation. Now, Arnold Barboza Jr. is the older man of the two. He's 33 years of age, an orthodox fighter. He's 5'9", 72-inch reach, and he's got a perfect record, 31-0. So they both got the same number of fights, just one of them has taken a loss. He's fought Pedroza. He fought Sean McComb, who's an Irish fighter. Again, that was a questionable win. A number of people thought that McComb had done enough to win that fight. And then he's fought Jose Ramirez, unanimous decision. I like Barboza more. I tend to score on what I think used to be called Brooklyn scoring. I actually favor a fighter who is the more aggressive of the two. Now, I know that that's not the most technical way to score it, and other commentators would disagree with my approach. But I tend to reward aggression, and Barboza is, to my eye, the more come-forward fighter. He's not He's not super aggressive, but he does maintain pressure. And I've heard people say that his victory over McComb was really because in the United States of America, there tends to be that feeling that aggression is rewarded rather than on pure technical merits, which, of course, purists would disagree with. So let's have a look at the betting odds. Catteral is by far the favored fighter, according to the bookies. He's going off at a -250 or 1.40 if you prefer decimal odds. Barboza is a +200 or 3.00 if you, again, prefer the decimal odds. I think if this fight was to be held in the United States, Barboza would win a points victory, again, because his style tends to suit an American judging audience more so. This, however, is held in the UK. It's in the Co-op Arena in Manchester, a place that Catteral has fought before. Catterall's going to be by far the crowd favorite. He's a sort of a hometown guy, as it were. And of course, Barboza is the Yank that's coming over to fight the British guy. However, as much as my brain tells me to put the money on Catteral, he's favorite, hometown, he's probably also fought a slightly higher caliber of fighter. We think, well, one of us thinks, that the underdog here should be favored, and that's where you should put your money. So we're actually going to go with the underdog. We're going to go with Arnold Barboza Jr. We're going to go for a points win. And the reason we think a points win is going to transpire is we think in the second half of the fight, especially if Barboza thinks that he's allowed the first few rounds to slip away from him, he will bring a more aggressive approach. He'll probably be the fighter who's seen to win more rounds. And I say seen to win more rounds as opposed to, you know, a pure cold calculation. He'll be seen to be the fighter who's, quite frankly, trying the harder. And I think that will be enough, even with a UK judging way of looking at things. One of us thinks that it'll be enough to win the victory. So, final pick. Yeah, we're sticking with Arnold Barboza Jr. to win by a points victory over Jack Catterall this coming weekend. Thanks very much. If you like this video, please hit like, please share, please subscribe, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Did you like that? New kibble? There you go. Thank you. Bye-bye.